Hey, good morning, good morning. It is 2:45 a.m. It is a wonderful Friday. I would have liked to have gotten out a little bit earlier, but it is what it is, and I'm okay with that because I got up, right? Perspective. Some people might wonder how I end up being positive all the time. I bet you some people might even think that he ain't that positive. He's just doing a video. Now you got to understand something. Acting positive and then or playing positive and then acting another way, well, that's like saying you feel all right, but deep down inside you got a bleeding ulcer. Eventually the lie will catch up to the truth. So my secret is that I always put perspective, and if you give yourself a chance in between a negative thought and a potential problem, you tend to find a perspective that might level out and come into something that might be an answer to the problem. I think most people have a tendency of just reacting before they take some time in between. And that's one thing that my mentor always taught me, that he does not make decisions on a high scale or on a big or any big deals, short of 24 to 48 hours. And what he was saying and what I learned how to do was, if it's a small problem, well, I can give it 24 to 48 seconds. If it's a medium problem, I can give it 24 to 48 minutes. If it's a big problem, then I can give it 24 to 48 hours. If it's bigger than that, then I'll take it to God, and I will give it until I hear an answer. Yesterday, I went home after I worked out, and my typical routine is to work out, and then I go to one of my 74 offices located around the valley, and I will start the process of my meditation or my journaling, and I'll do that until my body and my mind feel suffice to go into the day. I'm not ever going to just go straight into my day. I'm never going to just go straight into work. That's like going into a very hard workout without warming up. You're bound to injure something. So I won't do it. I won't do it. So I'll go somewhere to one of my offices, and I will get myself prepared for the day. That is going to be my routine, and I'll do it until about maybe 10 o'clock. That could even mean I might just watch a YouTube video or listen to something inspirational or journal or send out text messages to my loved ones. Whatever the case may be, I'm probably going to be doing it until 9, 10 o'clock before I start to do anything work related. That's just my preference. That's how I feel works best for me. It might not be the same for you. That's okay. You listen to you. But yesterday I was tired, and it could be because I ran. I remember when I first started running, and it's not like I'm this lifetime triathlete. That's not it. But when you're over 200 something plus pounds, and if you run in a couple miles a day, boy, you're doing it. Trust me. You motoring. But yesterday I was extremely tired, and I remember I went home, and I was happy to get home this time because I know that everybody doesn't leave until about 6:40 a.m. So I wanted to get home about 6 o'clock and maybe spend a little time, play with the kids. And I remember them all saying, all right, we're leaving. And my intention was to get up and to leave, to get dressed and to go ahead and leave. Because 9 times out of 10, unless I have a morning appointment, I'll just stay out all morning and take care of me, and then take care of whatever business I can take care of before my first meeting. So I won't go home or change or anything until I know I have a meeting. But yesterday I was laying in the bed, and I thought I would meditate for a minute while everybody was getting ready or leaving, and I fell asleep. And I did not wake up until 8:30, 9 o'clock. I was very nostalgic. I was very groggy. I was very, because I'm not used to sleeping like that. I'm not used to going back to sleep in the day. It's that, taking a 15-minute power nap is something I'm typically in control, but I was genuinely tired. And I asked my wife, I was like, why do you think I was so tired? She always says the same thing, you get up so early. And I'm like, listen, you can eat sand for the first 10 years and sand will taste horrible. But at some point after that time, sand starts to taste like chicken. Like, you just do something long enough, it starts to just feel natural. And that goes the same for people who exercise and work out. It just becomes a part of you. Waking up like this just becomes a part of me. It's not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't struggle with it. I don't get up and be like, I gotta get up. I hate this day. You won't hear me complain about that. If anything, you'll hear me complain about getting up too late. And what I mean by too late, I mean out the door by 2:40 when I could have been out by 2:20. Too late. But I was sitting there and I said, well, maybe it's the running. Maybe it's the running. And when I got to thinking about it, and we were sitting at dinner. We went out to eat. We went to a restaurant last night, and we were sitting there, and I was thinking, it could be this battle. It could be the running. It could be getting up early. It could be that. It could be the fact that I think I was driving. It was Wednesday night, coming in Thursday. So I was coming from church. And I had an experience with a restaurant we went to Thursday or Wednesday, and it wasn't good. So maybe I was tired from, that episode happened so late at night, and then getting home, at the time we got home, etc., etc. And I'm thinking all these different thoughts and ideas about what's possibly going on, why I'm tired. And then it started dwelling on me. Two things really dwelled on me, and one is I'm fighting a cold, not a cold like when you sneeze, or a cold where you don't feel good. I'm fighting a cold with this pornography thing. The Bible speaks specifically about man being alone. I would be very mindful, mothers of sons, mothers who have sons, that you are aware of what they're doing if they're alone a lot. Because men have a tendency to occupy themselves with things that may not necessarily be in their best benefit or be in their best interest. And pornography sometimes is one of those. Right? And it's something I did while I was all in prison. That's not an excuse. It's just giving you the backstory on where it came from. Some people would engage in homosexuality. I'm good on that. my swing. It's tough when you're fighting against something, right? And it's a battle you know you can win. It's a battle you know that is already possible to win. It's already been won, but you still have to go through the withdrawals of it. And I know for me, the one thing standing between me and greatness, and I'm talking about another level, is the one thing that I am weak to. And I talked about that before. I don't think it's a bunch of things that hold you back. I think it's one. I think you end up letting a bunch of things act like they got control of you, but I believe it's one. It's one single solitary situation that ultimately holds you back. And it's tiring. I must have stayed out and in public the whole day in order to avoid being alone. Listen, you don't need to get in front of a big computer screen. You don't have to pop a DVD or a VHS inside the box, and you just look at your cell phone and it's right there. It's all over the place. Type porn in, boom. That simple. Right? That simple. But it's a battle, nevertheless, that I fight, or I endure through. But these are the prices that you pay. To get to where you want. To get to what you want. The fact is, if you ain't suffered a little bit, if you hadn't had to sacrifice a little bit, I'd really kind of question whether or not the thing that you're after is even big enough for you. Because, see, I'm committed to it. I'm committed to seeing it through. I'm committed to the best outcome possible. Which means I'm prepared to put it all on the line and win. And not be a victim of pornography, not be a victim of alcohol, not be a victim of family, not be a victim of people who think that I have limits, not be a victim of myself. I'm sharing with you each and every time that I come on this video my growth, my progress. I looked at what I gave in tithes, and then I said, if that's 10% of what I've made, oh wow, I never thought. Never thought. I never ever thought it's possible. Stay blessed, take care. Thank you for watching this video.